Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and today I am here to share my How to Kill a Kit with Style Kill a Kit and wrap up for the month of September 2020 because wow, this month not only flew by but I had a ton of fun with the various collaborations I was a part of, the Patreon party I hosted, and all of that fun stuff. So for the Kill a Kit videos, what I like to do is show you guys what's left of the kit as well as what I've made. So we'll start with what I have left. I made some big progress in a lot of the products I included with this particular kit, and I will say I made well over 20 projects this month, and not all of them were directly from this kit. Some were completely outside this kit, some were partially this kit. And I think it's really important to be flexible with yourself when you make a kit. I know some people do very strict rules for themselves when they build a kit. They should stick inside it. Do what's best for you. I prefer a flexible style kit with lots of options and the ability to reach outside of it at any point. And that's what I did with this one too. So to get started, I have this crepe paper open road chipboard sheet, which has a lot more missing from it than it originally did. All of these arrows, the feathers are now gone. This banner's gone, this banner's gone, this title's gone, this sign, this frame, a lot more gone. I did almost use this little cute Jeep down here, but I'm saving that for another special layout. So we'll see if that one comes to fruition, but I'm gonna keep this for now. Hopefully I can use it again and use it up sometime soon. I do have some travel layouts I'll be working on next month. Just for a hint, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you're subscribed so you can see the October kit share that comes out on October 1st, because you guys don't want to miss out on that one. So all these travel bits might be able to be used in some of the layouts and projects I'm going to work on in October. So really excited about the progress with this guy because I've had it for a while and I want to keep using things. Similarly with this, I had a lot of these icons still left, and obviously I have the alpha and the phrase stickers, but now there's only 3 of these main stickers left, which I'm really happy with. And I used a handful of these phrase stickers and I used a couple of these letter stickers. I find this size of letter to be really useful, but now that I'm out of A's, a little bit harder. So hopefully I'll keep this in my stash and continue to use it until there's nothing left I can spell, but still really happy with that progress so far. This was an addition because I recently purchased this at Tuesday morning. Now I only used a small handful of pieces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 total. Some are displaced, so maybe 7 total. And this is the Pink Paisley Pick Me Up collection. I don't own anything else from this, but the fun colors, I just wanted to include them, and so I used a few of those. So something new along with the old just really helps me get going with my stash in particular. Now this was the main part of the stash kit that I had made. As you guys might remember, I actually started with this guy right here. This was a set of pretty much brand new Jelly Bean Soup puffy stickers, only missing a few. They are now empty, both sheets completely used up. This is on my empty list for the month, and if you guys want to know what else I finished up this month outside of this kit, you can check out the favorites video that comes out midway in the next month for what I've used up this month, so stay tuned for that. And I also used up this set of puffy stickers. I know I'm on a puffy sticker craze right now, but this was an exclusive Pink Fresh Studio puffy sticker set from one of their mystery boxes. So there you can see the outlines of some of the shapes. Used up those final blues that were in here. I think there was a black and white frame, still a heart. So used up those final bits as well. So 2 empties specifically from the kit, and I came so close to additional empties. I'm kind of mad I didn't force myself to try to use them, but I think they'll just roll over into next month. So I'll end up finishing those up in October. So the first one is this little ribbon. I almost just threw this away, but I figured I could easily make this a card or decorate a card with this little brown beautiful sort of almost a plaid, but it's only 1 stripe, so it's just this fun grid pattern. And this is an American Crafts ribbon, 50 cents. I mean, time to use that up. So I'm going to put this into my use it up section of my stash just because I have fall cards to be made. This will be used up rather quickly, so that'll be perfect. Another one really close yet so far. I have 1 sticker left on this Paper House Productions. Just says hope. This particular word I find really struggle to use, so hopefully I can figure out what to use this on. Maybe a card, some sort of sympathy card or just an inspirational card, but 1 more sticker left to go on there. That'll go in my use it up section. something I can't use up, which are stencils. I used 1 out of 3 of these stencils, which is pretty good for me, especially with how many stencils I ended up using overall this month, because there were so many stinking things for mixed media. So my new series, Minimal Mixed Media, if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll have the playlist linked down below. And essentially I used this plus sign one, which I really, really enjoy plus signs. I only used it once, but I'm trying to get through a lot of different mixed media techniques and styles, and I used a stencil for one of them. So if you guys missed this layout, definitely check out the whole September 2020 playlist linked down below so you guys don't miss a single one related to this kit. So those will go back in my stash to be used throughout the series, probably additionally into the mixed media series. Another close empty, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 or 6 die cuts left in this Altenew set. And it's really nice set. I will say that I don't know when I'm going to use some of these. Like Life of the Party will be really hard to use, but I'm hoping I can figure out how to use that on a cat layout, because I think that could be very, very funny. So we'll see if I can finish using these up. This will go up in my use it up bin as well, because it has been so long since I finished a die cut pack, and this will be really, really exciting to finish those off. One thing I didn't finish, but I did end up using once this month, was my fun cork sheets. Now these are pretty temperamental. I ended up ripping some pieces actually when I did use it, but I really, really love the look of cork. So having a little pack like this that I can die cut, stamp on, whatever it might be, is really, really, really helpful. And again, if you guys haven't checked out all of the other wonderful ladies that are participating in How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of September, watch all of their Kill a Kit videos for tons of inspiration down below. I know some of the ladies that I do collabs with are doing How to Kill a Kit with Style, and there's so much inspiration to be had between all of the different ladies participating. So definitely check that out, because they're stamping, there's all sorts of fun stuff going on. So I know that some of these plastic pieces are blinding from my light, but I did use up a fair bit of this Project Life rub-on set. I did think I was going to focus on this a little bit more heavily than I did, but after the first couple of uses and the couple of layouts I used these rub-ons with, they are a pain in the neck. I've had a lot better success with other rub-ons other than this brand, so we'll see. I will probably keep these in my rub-on section. I'm not a huge fan of rub-ons. I don't buy them much anymore. I think might be the last set I've purchased, but definitely not my cup of tea, and it was a little bit harder to use something that's somewhat gold but not a full-on gold. So you can kind of see that like metallic is more of a bronze or something. It's definitely interesting and a unique color, but it's super pretty when it is used. So if they were a little bit easier, maybe I'd use them faster, but they do take a little bit of love and time to put onto a page, but those will go back in my stash. Same with this die cut pack. These are such pretty die cuts. They're all these vintage botanicals with flowers and birds and butterflies. So pretty. I used a bunch of them this month too. Somehow still have like 5 billion left. They do repeat, which I think is a little bit annoying. They repeat in different sizes, which is convenient, but also now I have to use 50 of the same butterfly, it seems. But I did use quite a bit of these, so if you guys have this sort of Tim Holtz-esque sort of theme in your stash that you struggle to use these realism pieces, whatever it might be particularly that resonates with you about these that you might be able to relate to in your own stash, definitely check out the layouts I use these on. It's can be very difficult to incorporate something that's a different illustration style, especially than your actual kit or your actual products you're working with. But I managed to do so a few times, so those will go back in my stash, but they were well loved this month. Same with these butterflies. I neglected these for a few months. I didn't touch them, but now I've used all of one of the colors. Now the dark burlap's the only one left, and I don't think there's a year on here. Oh, yes there is. It says 2014. Yikes. But I do love these butterflies and I hope to keep using them. You know, I almost think I might take these out of the package. Well, they almost would go better in my wood veneer section because I think burlap goes really well with wood veneer. Because again, I did neglect them for so long. I'll figure out where to put these in my stash, but I do love them and hope to use those up very soon. One empty I thought I was going to get this month was this 6x6 paper pad. So this is the Lucky Charm paper pad from Dear Lizzie. I've only had it for a couple years despite it being so old. You know, this is what, from 2012. I've only had it for a few years when I bought it at Joann's. And there's really not too much left of it except for I think maybe 3 whole pages and a bunch of scraps. So really I could just sit down, do some cards with this and figure it out. But I was doing a Patreon video and realized that I have an exact die cut that goes with this paper because I did own the Lucky Charm ephemera at one point. well before I owned this paper pad. So I'd used up all the ephemera, I thought, before I bought the paper pad. So I found some of the ephemera. I'm going to try to use it together perhaps, I'm not sure, but this will go back in my stash despite it only having 3 full sheets left. I hate having close empties when I know I could just whip together some cards or something and use them up, but this will get used sooner rather than later. One thing I have not used up yet is my Jen Hadfield sticker book. Now I did use quite a few of the stickers in here, not as much as I'd hoped for, not as much as I use my Maggie Home sticker book, but I'll do a quick flip through so you guys can see. Some pages have bigger dents than others and some do not. I think some of these planner stickers I won't end up using, but maybe I should try to use planners or stickers in my planner. I never have, but maybe I'm usually just a pen to paper kind of gal, but maybe a sticker or two wouldn't hurt, and then I can use them up. This is one of the closest pages to being done. 2 stickers left. That one only has 5. This one has 0 gone. This one's pretty good too. I love those stickers and the phrase stickers. So you can see we're slowly making some actually, this one only has 2 left. That's good too. I didn't realize that one was so close. But we're making some progress slowly and surely, but I'm really still happy that I own this. I adore my sticker books. I only have the 3, but I do adore them so very much. And this one is, of course, included in that. So that'll go back in the stash. Washi tape. So this was the Freckled Fawn washi tape strips that I included. I did not end up using as much orange as I thought I was going to in my kit, despite there being, well, I thought there was a bit of orange, but maybe there's less orange than I originally thought. This was a brand new set. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 sets of this little washi tape. So progress, not great progress, but these will go back in my stash and I'll put those back in the plastic after. But love Freckled Fawn washi and I love their labels. More empties I thought I would have. These again, very close to being empty, and they'll be empty in their due time. So there's 2 left here on the right side of this label set and there's 3 left on this side. So I adore Freckled Fawn label stickers. Oh, there's 3 here. Okay, so 3 each, but these will go in my use it up bin because they are so very close. I did really want to use them all very quickly, but that did not happen. But you know, you win some, you lose some, and I'll finish these another time, which is good because I love an empty. An easy empty is my favorite type. The tool that I had in my kit this month was this stamp set from Referral. I used this on 3 layouts, which is just simply extraordinary for me, especially with something that 3 or 4. I used this on 4 layouts, didn't I? No, 1, 2, 3. I think it's only 3. But I'm really happy with how I used it and had tons of fun with it. And it is an older stamp set I had yet to open. So 3 uses in 1 month is pretty dang good for me, especially with it being such a unique type of stamp set that 1, I still need to get the hang of, and 2, has to depend on usually colored inks. It was a little bit harder for this because I'm still learning my stamping and what inks to use when and all of that jazz, but had tons of fun using this and hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that. And hopefully I'll start featuring a lot more stamp sets. But the cream of the crop, the piece de resistance of this kit, you guys loved this paper pad. This is the watering can paper pad from DCWV. It is available on, I believe, Joann's and select places. It's hard to get now because it is a little bit older and it seems like they're doing shorter runs of their paper pads nowadays, but I did a count earlier. There's only 16 16 full-size, why is it such a tongue twister? 16 full-size sheets, and there were 36 to start with. I think I was maybe missing 1 or 2 at the beginning of this series, but I do have a ton of scraps to go through, but the papers are beautiful. Again, cream-based. Some are unique. Like, what is that? But I will be reaching for this paper pad again. I'm definitely not sick of it. I do think I am sick of the color scheme and using creams all the time. But look how stinking cute. I'm looking for more goat pictures, which I'm pretty sure I have. The florals were beautiful. It was such a pretty paper pad, and I'm so glad I picked it out for the kit this month. And super happy with my progress overall for this kit. But this wrap-up video is not over without showing you guys all the layouts I made, so let's hop into that now. So the order of these projects, which again, I had 21 projects, 21 layouts this month, and then 3 cards. So we'll start with the cards, but they'll be in the order that I made them, not necessarily the order they were uploaded. So I do encourage you guys to check out, for any of the YouTube process videos, to simply check out the playlists down below. It'll be really helpful to be able to tell what title you're looking for based off of the layout, and it'll be in the title of the video, so that'll help you match it up a little bit better. But all of these cards were made off camera, but I did share them with my patrons. So I made this cute little hedgehog one, super duper cute, and they all have the same plaid background. Then I believe I made this little guy, this little gnome. Oh, look how precious. And again, just some cute, simple fall cards. And then this guy, and who doesn't love a plaid gingham background? Super duper cute and easy. So I threw those together just to get some cards done early this month, and then I didn't end up making any more, but I did make a ton of layouts. So to get started, this was for minimal mixed media. Really love how that one turned out. This one was for the lovely Scrap Timber collab I got invited to do for the grid challenge. Again, love how this one turned out, and to use some of those cut aparts was super duper fun. And again, being part of Scrap Timber is always fun, so I do appreciate the invite. And then we moved into another minimal mixed media. I had fun with this one, doing 2 techniques on 1 page and doing an old photo, you know, good old 2014. Who knew? Really love how this one turned out with the dark black and then the purple. I mean, purple, who knew that could go on a scrapbooking layout? But that one's on YouTube. This one recently got uploaded to YouTube, and you can also tell it's quite old because everything's popping off the background here. I'm definitely going to have to put this under a heavy book, and once it goes into a album, it'll be a little bit more flat, but this is what happens when you have paper that cannot take mixed media well. So this was part of minimal mixed media, and I told you guys I don't need gesso my paper. You get this warped nonsense, but I really love how it turned out, and hopefully you guys did too. But I made this pretty early on. I think, yeah, like my 4th layout of the month was actually this one. So Patreon got to see this one first. So if you guys do want to see sneak peeks, behind the scenes, all of that fun jazz, check out my Patreon link down below. Next up was 6x6 Fix with Crafty Meggie. I used these fun cut aparts from my 6x6 paper pad, and there's a little bit of mixed media back there. I know it's hard to see, but I did this sort of subtle translucent mixed media, which was super fun and unique to work on. This was for my lovely stamping series. I had so much fun stamping on this layout and doing the mixed media for it. It was just a blast, and I already journaled on it. I know you guys are gonna be excited to see that, but another Disney one done, and this one's from 2020, which I know, another miracle. We're already scrapbooking this year while we're in it, which is a big deal for me because usually I don't get to do that much of that this early on in the year. This might be one of my favorite layouts of the month. I adore how this one turned out. A little bit of Disney, a little bit of kit, and a little bit of stamping again. Some more stamping for my stamp collab. Just so much stinking fun. Like so much. I really had fun with that one too. This one also just recently went up on my channel, and I had so much fun with this one too. You just can't make this stuff up, guys. I just love how these ones turned out, and even though it's a lot of work to do mixed media, sometimes it's like we have all this stuff going on. It just looks so fun. So if you guys haven't caught this one yet, definitely check out the playlist. Now we're getting into the fun territory. So this was early on in the month, and then the weekend of September 12th, I decided to do something crazy and host an online crop for my patrons to celebrate my 2-year Patreon anniversary. All these fun challenges, all these fun online chats and scrapbooking, 10 challenges over 2 days. I completed all of my own challenges. This first one was about pattern paper, but I uploaded it for minimal mixed media, so I did them live, but I also filmed them and uploaded them for you guys here on YouTube. So everyone loved me using foam stamps. It was definitely a challenge, but I had fun with that. Next up, another stamping collab. I did this one during the Patreon crop. This one's a bit less of the actual kit than it should have been. There's just some embellishments from the kit. The stamp was from the kit, but not so much the papers or the die cuts, but it still counts in the kit nonetheless. This one has practically nothing from the kit, if anything. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure it has nothing, but this was for a sketch challenge that I did. And again, had lots of fun doing these Disney layouts. And this one was fun. So the background paper is from the paper pad. I'm not sure where this blue paper is from, but the stickers and embellishments are all from a baby collection. So we used themed products on a non-themed page. So an 8.5 by 11, me and Anna, you know, best buddies. This one had nothing to do with the kit as well, but I really love how this one turned out. And again, this was made, I do have process videos for some of these that you're seeing now, so you might see them throughout the year when I'm posting other things, but you'll just have to wait and see. This was a really fun layout to share. This was using a mixed media sort of ombre technique to do dark to light. So we have this gradient of color in the background, and this uses a ton of those Tim Holtz pieces that I was talking about, as well as the cork. So another fun stamping collab here. Really love this DC layout. We're back to Disney and we're back to mixed media, but again, another challenge nonetheless. So this was a fun one that's been uploaded now. So if you guys haven't checked this one out yet, it is up. So you guys can check out the stickles through a stencil. Yes. Oh no, where's this come from? Okay, well, we have a Rogue Mickey on aisle 2. I believe it goes somewhere over here, but we'll have to put him back into place after. These have been stored for quite some time because again, they were all done one weekend. Had to put them away. Next up, we have this one, which, oh my gosh, look at all these pieces falling off. What happened to these guys? This goes up here. It's funny because I was just looking through them. I must have been when I just stacked them together, but this was a super duper fun sketch challenge that I did. And this will be up for Minimal Mixed Media sometime very, very, very soon. I know it's not up yet, but I do have more to share. But this one doesn't use the kit at all, but I really had fun putting this one together from some of my stash. So super fun stuff there. This one's also not uploaded yet, but I had a lot of fun making it for a mood board / color challenge. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Like this paper I have been hoarding. So glad I finally got to use it. This one does use my kit and it uses a ton of it. I used a ton of different embellishments, especially from the Jen Hadfield sticker book, the chipboard. Nope, I didn't have any chipboard on this one. That's from the kit. Again, sticker book stuff, puffy stickers for sure. Different sticker book. I used it. This is the Maggie Home sticker book. Who let me cheat the system and use the other sticker book? But I really wanted to showcase this background paper, and for this challenge, which was all of the things, a maximalist style layout, I wanted to use a busy paper and lots of embellishments, and I found birds and butterflies and titled it Sweet Daydreams of Birds and Butterflies. I'm really sad I did not film this one, but it's definitely one of my favorites this month as well. Little baby Lily. Then we move on to really fun stuff, which was my Patreon live streams. So I do 2 Patreon live streams a month for my top tier, and this was one of them. I had tons of fun making this one. It's a little bit of my kit, a little bit outside of my kit because these are Animal Kingdom photos, and I wanted to use some of these zoo themed things that I had in my stash. So I used some embellishments from my kit, some not, but I had tons of fun with my patrons making this one. Then we move on to the stamping series. Yet again, geometric was the challenge for this one. Used my Sunburst stamp set to do this fun rainbow. A lot of you guys really liked this layout. It was super fun to do something like mimicking the photo. I thought that was super cool and fun to try out. And I'm happy with how that one turned out. Again, another Disney layout. It's for the same trip, but not Disney related. Then lastly, probably one of my favorite layouts this month was my second Patreon live stream. And it uses a background paper from my kit, but almost nothing else. A few stickers here and there from my kit, but a lot of this is outside of it. And this is an old Disney trip. We're in Adventureland. We're waiting for the Tiki Room to open before the pre-show happens, and I called it Waiting Right By You, because if you guys are waiting around at Disney World, there's always one person you want to be standing next to in line, and that was usually my mom, especially on this trip. And this was our last Disney trip together, so it's extra super special, and I'm so glad that I really liked the layout that I made for this particular memory, and we'll be journaling a little bit here, but obviously a lot more on the back. We'll be able to fit a lot more, but had so much fun making this one, and I know my patrons really enjoyed watching this one as well. But wowza, guys. Lots and lots of layouts this month, and I know I always ask you guys to pick out your favorite one. I told you guys I have like 2 or 3 favorites this month, so I don't blame you if you have 2 or 3 as well. But I always want to know what you guys want to see next. I've been doing a lot of single photos, 2 photos, 3 photos. And I haven't been doing a lot of my traveler's notebooks, so you might see that popping up here and there. Maybe some 6x8s are coming up in October, but it will be something a bit different than this fun pastel. You know, we kind of had this like pastel, I don't know, we also had like this vintage theme. It could go in so many different directions, and that's what I really, really, really like about homemade kits, is that it allows me to be a lot more flexible with what I want to do with it. But then again, I did so many layouts outside of my kit, so you know, it's really just about what you want to do and what can make you more excited to document these stories. But hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these layouts this month. Again, please let me know in the comments down below what you enjoyed, what you missed, what you want to see again. And I just can't believe how lucky I am to be on so many wonderful collaborations with so many wonderfully talented people. The How to Kill a Kit with Style group, again, they'll all be linked down below. I have my stamping collabs. I have my fun 6x6 fix collabs, my random collabs, like I was invited to do Stamptember. And then there's just the fun series that I do, like minimal mixed media, like this one here, which is also one of my favorites this month. I cannot, we all know Comet is the model of the family, but hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these layouts. Again, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below with what you enjoyed most, what you liked seeing me use, whatever it might be. I really appreciate any comment and feedback. But thank you guys so, so much for watching. Be sure to check out some other lovely creatives down below. I'll have tons of links there, the playlist, anything you might think will be down there, as well as additional resources for you to get educated and do better in the world. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.